Okay, this will be part 2. Highway 38, we're going up Barton Flats maybe. I got a late start and I stopped at Forest Falls. We just passed Camp Cedar Falls. I'm going upbound. This is that creek that blew out during the mudslides. When Stetson Creek blew out, this one blew out here too. They really did a lot of work to put in bigger culverts and those like chain metal fences up in the creek part to try and catch the debris, the logs and the boulders that were blocking the culverts. There's the ups guy. That might have been Jose, maybe. Give him a big wave. Take it easy. And I'm seeing a lot of traffic. I thought there'd be more people now that it's open. It was residents only. Now they're saying it's open 38, 3:30, 18. They say 18. Oh, here's a guy working. I want to get a picture. Make sure nobody's coming. I will sit and watch this guy. Is he waiting on me? I wanted to get a picture of him. Let me see, where's my... Why can't I take a picture? Yeah, my pictures went... I don't know what's wrong with my picture. So we'll get out of his way. Yeah, I figured they could still be in here working. With the loaders, let them see you, and if they're backing across the highway, that looks like let them wave you by, because a lot of times they'll back out into the road to maneuver. You know, let them see you. I usually stop and they let them see me, and then I let them wave me through, because you don't want one of those guys backing into you. This is Stetson Creek, where they had the big mudslide that hit those travel trailers and those vehicles last fall. When we got some rain, the first rain November maybe? No, they've been working on this for a while. I forget when that blew out. Stetson Creek, and it goes down to actually I think we're coming up to it. The road, there's a U-Pick orchard down here, Stetson Creek Ranch. I wonder if their road is cleared. Yeah, it gets kind of narrow in some spots where you're over on the center line, or there's really no fog line. I can see the fog line occasionally, that white line on the right. We're getting up by the Boy Scout Ranch. I'll go down Jenks Lake Road. I'm curious what that looks like. Jenks Lake Road west. Jenks Lake Road goes down, I think I measured it 5 miles. It parallels 38 on the south side. Yeah, this is Will J. Reed. Boy, he's got to have wanting to meet. If anybody knows the ranger here, Paul Franklin was going to give me his number. They've got they're plowed out, and oh wait, that's Jenks Lake Road. That's where I wanted to go. What am I doing? That's not the Boy Scout Ranch. Make sure nobody's coming. Jenks Lake Road here, so there's a lot of camps in here, and they're wondering. I'm sure they're wondering if they can get up here. They've probably already been told, but I don't think they can get their tour buses up here. I wouldn't bring a tour bus up here yet, but let's go up. Let's see if anybody's at Camp de Benneville Pines. Remember the Benneville during the fire? Janet James and what's the Christy, the girl, the maintenance girl that. I can't remember her name now. Anyway, is that a rock or is that a snow? Yeah, I wouldn't bring a turbos up here. See how narrow it gets? And I'm wondering, I know Camp de Benneville has tractors and plows in there. We'll have to pull up and see how they're doing. And a guy that lives right here in that cabin, you around? I forget his name. The guy lives in the cabin on the right. Yeah, has anybody been in there? Nope, nobody's been in there. That's the parking for hiking up on San Bernardino, Johns Meadow. Johns Meadow? But that's a good hike. I love that hike. It's kind of steep. But I can't do the hikes right now. I just had knee surgery, so I'm kind of ambulatory. You know, I can't put a lot of strain on or climb. Yeah, it's still a little dicey in here. And this is county road, maintains this. Oh. My mount is getting loose, I guess, or I remember somebody saying in Forest Falls, that's all county, but they said they had a Caltrans guy in there last week when they were first digging out, and they said he got stuck twice, and they had to pull him out. They couldn't figure out what Caltrans guy was doing up. They got a lot of new guys here, so that guy may not have known that Valley of the Falls was county. Yeah, this gets pretty wild back in here. They opened this. I was talking to Kevin 2-3 days ago. What is today? Tuesday? I think Saturday or Sunday. This got plowed. Because when I talked to Kevin, and the road down the left there, it's been plowed. In fact, it's bare pavement there. When I talked to Kevin, he said they were planning on plowing it that day, and that was Saturday, I believe. Here's the Benneville Pines. I wonder if it's... if we can get up here. I should have called Janet. Oh yeah, it's a little slick there on the corner. I hate to have to back out of here, but it looks like they have plowed. If you're a camper from Benneville Pines, this is what I should have let them know I was coming up. Janet said to come by any time, and I can't remember the Nikki's her name. Yikes! It's getting awful narrow. Yeah, they may not have room up here for my big ass truck. Yeah, it's getting awful narrow. I may have to put the four-wheel drive in because I'm slipping a little bit. I should have asked Shannon if there was anything. Whoa, look at the snow on top of that van. There's a couple vehicles here. I should have asked her if there was anything they needed for me to bring up. I hate to go up here. It's a big circle. Well, there's a turnaround there. I hate to go up and have to back out. Yeah, I'm sliding all over the place. I'd like to see somebody first, and that's the yeah. I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna. Well, hello, the Benneville Pines. I don't want to go up anymore and get trapped. I wanted to get Nikki's on top, and there is a road that goes around. I guess that's it right there. Yeah, see how narrow and nasty it's getting. It's a big oval up here, and oh look, we can go around. Can we go around? This is the lodge here. It's beautiful up here. Or is that the same road? Make sure it's the same road. I don't want to get stuck in here. Where you at? I'm stuck in. They can't develop. Oh, they got some icicles. Look at the icicles. There's some vehicles there. Yeah, there's people up. Looks like I won't be able to get by them. I should take a couple pictures here. For some reason, my camera was acting goofy. Let's see if I can get my camera over. I'm going to take a couple pictures here. I wanted to get the... I'll go back around by the lodge here. The lodge will be the great picture. Yeah, right here. Let me see if I can get my camera to work. What's going on, camera? What's wrong with you? Yeah, it's almost like I'm out of memory, or oh, there it goes. Finally. Oh, I didn't have the scanner on either. I was listening to the scanner. Let me see if I can get Janet from here. I don't know if I can or not. I don't know if the phone. I think I had iffy coverage up in here. I should have talked to her before I came up. Let me get the keypad. Let's see. And we're not related. Janet James. There we go. She sold me my house in '93. She must be out.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Janet James is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
she's probably inundated with messages. The campers all want to know if they can come up or how bad the damage is. So if anybody knows Janet, let her know. I tried to get a hold of her, and if they need any help up here, yeah, that looks really plugged up there. It was fun working with them, and they invited me back up during the fire when they thanked the strike team that saved the camp. They were really nice people up here, and it's a beautiful camp. They have groups, you can come in and have a retreat and they do like painting shops, workshops, and then they have the church, retreats. I believe it's Unitarian Church here is what they are. But this is a beautiful area. I've seen deer right here just grazing. They got a little archery range over there on the right. And as a kid or even as an adult, they've invited me to come camp with them for a weekend. I think they do it like Tuesday to Sunday is what they do the camps, like 5 days. And it looks like a lot of fun. Like when I first drove in, I'd never been in here before. And they were laughing at how I was just, this is a great camp. I'd love to come here as a kid. Like I was just like a new kid coming in. But yeah, this is, it looks like they can at least get in. It's narrow, but they're open. Did I get my lights on? Yeah, I got my lights on. And I've got critter cams up here, but they're pretty much buried. They run off batteries and solar panels, and the solar panels are buried. And the sun, the batteries are they're dying. I think they only last like 6 weeks. They were all, due to get changed, and then, look at the berm there. This is the road, right? Yeah, there's the sign. The sign is almost buried. That's crazy. Their Benneville Pines camp sign is, let me get a picture of this. I should send her this picture. I should send Janet. That's wild. That's 4 or 5 feet of snow right there. I can't remember. Somebody said late 80s or 2010. I remember 89, 87. But I don't remember this deep and this heavy. And people being cut off for so long. I remember about a week. I remember Forest Falls, they had about a week they went to dig out, which is about what they Spent this time digging out a week. We'll come up here. We'll come up to the South Fork. Well, actually, Jenks Lake turnoff. Bob is the camp host. Bob and God, what's his girlfriend's name? They're wintering at Barton Flats Campground. They're back. I'll see if the road's plowed. I'll see if I can go in there and talk to him. It'd be nice to hook up with Bob. And there's some cabins here. If you remember, I went down that road during the fires to check on those cabins. The road straight down, narrow. I was screaming like a little schoolgirl because I thought they were going to lead me into a dead end. But the residents knew. There was one lady that was talking me through. What do we got up here? I think we're getting close to the Jenks Lake turnoff. Still heavy. I don't know if it's. I should get out and try it. I need to grab my snowshoes. I can't really snowshoe, but in case somebody needed them, I've got trail ones. The old wood and leather. I need to get a new setup of the thinner ones, the trail ones. Mine are the big oval. Well, they're not really oval. They're just wide. And one thing I don't see a lot is deer track or bear track. I don't know about the poor animals. They just hunker down and here's Jenks Lake. Here the turnoff. Jenks Lake closes for the winter, and then they open in the spring. I want to see if anybody's gone in the road. Because I've already passed the road. I think I may have already passed it. Because this is the big turnout for Poop Out Hill up here. There's the road right there. Nobody's been down that road. We'll see how the turnout is. Hopefully they plow this turnout. Give you a little bit of where you can turn out now. They haven't plowed it. Right here on the right is a big turnout with the gate. That's the old road up the Poop Out Hill. Well, somebody drove up to it. If you hike the South Fork, that's kind of a way to get the South Fork Trail. The trail officially starts down here. There's your nice view of nice look out there. You can pull off there and take some pictures. You got a good look at the mountains at Big Bear to the north of us. It'd be cool to see a mountain lion right now. I've got mountain lions on cameras up here. I haven't seen a mountain lion in a while, though. Somebody stole one of my cameras. Actually, a couple of them. Please, if you see the cameras, anybody's cameras, leave them. Don't, some guys are doing, like mine's more nature photography, but one of them was monitoring a creek for the flow into Jenks Lake. That guy was he was running a gold metal detector. He's looking for gold. Midnight, they call it night hawking, and they must have seen the camera and they took it. Clipped me for about $300. Had one stolen, and they took it home and put it on their driveway. I guess they're just getting the pictures. I guess they don't realize it's a cellular one. I get pictures of this guy's driveway and his dog. I haven't got really a good picture of him. It looks like a girlfriend. Looks like homes in an older part of town, like maybe Colton, Rialto. It doesn't have a tracker on it. Some of mine have trackers on them. So if you steal them, you're going to get... If I can find you, I'm going to have the cops show up and give it back to me. Here's the parking lot for South Fork. See, the parking lot's snowed in. Right there's the entrance. On the left. The trail actually crosses the road right up here. This will take you up to Dry Lake, Dollar Lake. You go by Poop Out Hill. That was the old original trailhead. Yeah, South Fork trailhead right here. It's a beautiful climb right here. You start out higher compared to like Vivian Creek and Forest Falls. There's usually a little turnout right here, but as you can see, everything's swamped in. hopefully got enough. We got 19 minutes on the video. We can get to Highway 38. This parallels Highway 38. We'll come back in on what they call Jenks Lake Road East. I came in on the west side. I'm gonna pop out on the east side. We'll see if Gene, here's your road to your trailer. The volunteers up here have a trailer back here. And you can't even see it. When they volunteer up here, Gene does the Ranger talks at the Grayback, the amphitheater. And they stay up here. There's a little trailer for them. And Camp Toluca, I think it's called. Can I get out and walk up there? Or is that a blade? This is Frog Creek here. Or no, this is what feeds Jenks Lake right here. Can't even see the creek. It's buried. That switchback back there was Frog Creek. And people have been asking me what's Jenks Lake look like? I don't think anybody's been in there. And I know after this snow, I'm going to get a picture here of trying to get a clear shot of Sugarloaf. But yeah, I need to get down here and restart this video. Let me get down to the end of Jenks Lake here. And you know what? I meant to Camp Laverne. Yeah, that's Kevin. His road isn't even plowed. The Jenks Lake Road isn't plowed, so he can't even get in there. He might be able to snowshoe it in from back there where I showed you where Jenks Lake Road was. He's gonna have to snowshoe it in. I think he wanted to check on their structures and maybe clear them. You know, there's a rain that's coming in this weekend, and the roofs that are barely holding, the snow level is going to be 8,000 feet, so they're going to get a lot of rain, which is going to be heavy with that snow already on there, and it's going to, sadly, it's going to probably collapse a lot of roofs because people just can't get up there to clear the roof. Even the people that are already up there, they physically can't, they're too old or elderly or disabled, or they just physically can't clear the roof. It's such a shame that everybody wants to help down the hill, but they can't get up there, and then if they get up there, they can't really help. Just digging and shoveling is about all we can do. The volunteer people and moving the food around. I've posted links to San Bernardino Airport. A lot of people I know are going over there and helping. That's where they're loading the food up. There's several food collection places. San Bernardino Airport, and I think a couple churches. I listed the places you can go help sort the food or drop it off. Hey, here's Alpine Meadows. I bet you they're plowed. These guys are usually pretty good. Yeah, they're plowed. They're actually pretty good. Their gates open. I met that guy. He was telling me how they were in trouble with quads going in there and tearing up. I need to get his number in case he ever needs help or needs me to go in and look at what they got. They were getting down to East Flats. Now I need to wrap this video up. Anyway, back to the food. If you got food, snow shovels, they were asking for medicines, toiletries, gloves, warm hats, blankets, those propane bottles. I bought a bunch of propane bottles and a little heater. But if you got those little like Mr. Buddy heaters, propane, I don't know if they can fly. I'll have to ask Doug if they can fly that stuff. It's kind of a hazmat deal. This is East Flats here. But it's on the Redlandsbuzz group. We're doing a daily. Oh, there's somebody parked right there that goes back to a camp. Yeah, that camp there. I forget what the name of that camp is. There's a pickup there. He's not blocking it. He's off to the side, but that may be as far as they can go in. They may have to walk it in. And this is where, I don't know if you saw, I posted a picture of a young man helping out, delivering stuff. He had a little toboggan he was pulling, walking behind him. Toboggan was behind. That's what we did in the military. We called them yaks. But we would be on cross-country skis and we'd have a little toboggan with the heavy stuff. The radios, the food, the ammo. I'm going to get a picture down here. It's kind of... There's a vehicle. Yeah, I'm not seeing... I thought I would see more traffic up here. And the berm's too high. That's crazy. The berm's so high you can't even see the open forest floor. There's another camp here. This may be as far as they can go. Camp Navakwa? Or is he stuck? Let's see if he's stuck. I can pull him out. Oh, it's plowed. You know what they're doing? They're blocking the... I want to get a picture of that. They're blocking the entrances. They get them open. And they don't want anybody to block them. Pulling a snowplow or whatever. So they are using vehicles as like K-rails. I should get a picture of that campsite. Because somebody's going to say, what camp was that? And I'll be like, oh. See, they usually have a barricade here, but people can move the... People are assholes. They'll come in and trespass. And they'll move the barricades. They'll come up and snowplay or loot or whatever they're going to do. But the barricades ain't working, so they're putting up... they're leaving vehicles. They probably come down and have two vehicles and drop one off the block. We saw that at Camp Cedar Falls. They had two vehicles side by side. Because that's a bigger road. They blocked the road into Camp Cedar Falls. Which you can't blame them. You do not want any jerks up here snowplaying, blocking access. Or they're looting or whatever. That's the other thing with looting. You know, if they open up the checks to the general public, there's a lot of people that aren't up here that can watch. You know, run off the looters. Because it seems like there's always a couple of a-holes that want to loot. Vandalize, you know, tag, spray paint, that kind of stupidity. We're coming down to Jenks Lake Road East. Basically, Jenks Lake parallels with 38 and then loops back to it. And this is Barton Flats up here. Loops back and we'll be at Barton Flats. I'm going to go right. That's why I was at 4:30. Yeah, I got an hour till sundown. I'm going to go up. I'm going to stop the video and I'll start it again going up 38 further up. Thanks for watching.